Okay, welcome back. This is Chapter 9, Lesson 3, Subtracting Like Fractions. So in our last lesson, we added like fractions. Now we're going to do the inverse operation. But the steps are all the same. We're just doing the opposite operation. So let's look at example 1. It says about 7/10 of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean and covers 3/10 of the Earth's surface. How much of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans other than the Pacific Ocean? So, we're looking at 7/10 and we're looking at 3/10. About how much of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans other than, so oceans that are not the Pacific Ocean. So we're going to find 7/10 minus 3/10. And again, like last lesson, we're going to do it two different ways. We're going to use models, and then we're going to do it the other way. Okay? So, you can see that they placed 7 1/10 tiles, okay, because 10 tens are a whole. That would be all of the oceans, right? Okay? And so they put 10 tenths. This is 10 tenths over here, so this is our whole. And they filled it with 7, and then they took out 3. Okay? So there are how many tiles left? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 tiles left. So, 4 tiles left, which represent 4/10. Now, we know that 4 and 10 are both even numbers, and if they're even numbers, then we can divide them both by 2 to get our simplest form. So, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5, because 2 times 2 is 4, and 5 times 2 is 10. So, we're looking for simplest form always. So, 2/5 of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans other than the Pacific Ocean. So, alright, so our other way is to subtract the numerators and keep the denominator. So, we had 7/10 minus 3/10, and they rewrote it to show 7 minus 3 over 10, because we keep the denominator, and they solved that for us. 7 minus 3 is 4, and so they wrote it here. This is where you can see their work. Okay, and again, just like before, 4/10 has to be divided by 2 over 2 to get our simplest form. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Simplest form. Okay, let's look at example number 2. It says the table shows the amount of rainfall several cities received in recent months. How much more rain did Centerville receive than Brushton? And write it in simplest form. Boom. How much more than? We're comparing. Okay? So we're looking for Centerville and Brushton. So, Centerville and Brushton. Okay? So Centerville is 9/10 and Brushton is 3/10 of an inch. So we're going to subtract Brushton from Centerville. So 9/10 minus 3/10, and they rewrote it to show you that we're keeping the denominator. 9 minus 3, 9, 8, 7, 6 is 6 over 10. Okay? 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 over 10. And clearly, both are even numbers, so we're going to divide by 2 over 2 to get to simplest form. 6 divided by 2 is 3, because 3 times 2 is 6. 10 divided by 2 is 5, because 5 times 2 is 10. So our simplest form is 3/5. So, 3/5 of an inch, 3/5 inch more rain fell in Centerville than in Brushton. Okay? All right, so let's do the 3 guided practice really quickly. Okay? So, it says subtract write each difference in simplest form. So 5/7 minus 3/7 is 5 minus 3 over 7. So we're keeping the denominator, and 5 minus 3 is 2, because 2 plus 3 equals 5. So we have 2, okay, and we have 7, which is prime. So the only factors for 2 are 1 and 2, and the only factors for 7 are 1 and 7. So this is simplest form. All right, let's do the same for number 2. 3 minus 2 over 5. So we keep the denominator, and we subtract 2 from 3, and we get 1, because 1 plus 2 equals 3. Clearly, that is simplest form. All right? And then quickly, let's do number 3. We have 6/9 minus 3/9. So 6 minus 3 over 9. So we keep the 9 as the denominator, and 6 minus 3 is 3. But is it simplest form? Well, can 3 go into 9? It can, and 3 can go into itself. So we're going to divide the top and the bottom by 3 to get simplest form. 3 divided by 3 is 1, because 1 times 3 equals 3, and 9 divided by 3 is 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. So our simplest form answer is 1/3. And they told you up here that it has to be in simplest form. So make sure you reduce your fractions.